Hello. Welcome to AirVac Retrofit 101. I am Dee Smallwood with AirVac. I'm here today with Art Brown from Donham Central Systems. Today we're going to explore the benefits of installing an AirVac central vacuum system in an existing home. We will cover the basic sales techniques and installation, mainly because retrofit is such a great way to expand your business. With basic sales techniques and just a little bit of planning, you'll be able to increase your revenues and expand your business to its full potential. Retrofit is really a business way beyond new construction. So Art, let's you and I go in and speak with Mrs. Eileen Leonard about installing her AirVac central vac system.
All right.
Good morning.
Hello, Eileen. How are you this morning?
I'm fine. How are you?
Just fine, thanks. You remember Dee Smallwood?
Hey, it's
Hi.
nice to see you away from the home show.
It's good to have you here. Come on in.
Thank you.
Would you like some coffee?
Well, thank you. I believe I'll pass this morning.
I'm fine, thank you.
Have a seat.
Okay, thank you. Well, Eileen, it's good to see you again. We appreciate the visit we had with you back at the Home Improvement Show a few months ago, and we gave you some literature and gave you a small display of what we had available, but now that we can come to your home where we can get into the full details, well, I hope that Dee and I can answer your questions and make you feel comfortable and make you want that central vac system
Great.
in your home. Let me just review a few things with you. You've had some of this literature, but let's go over it and see if there's any questions that you might have this morning. But one of the main things that we're going to do is to come and improve the air quality inside your home, and that we're going to give you a system that is 2 to 3 times more powerful than a standard vacuum cleaner. We're going to put longer life into your carpet, into your furniture, because the abrasives that get tracked in to your home, if they're not vacuumed real soon, they tend to be wearing out carpet. So with a stronger vac system, I mean, you'll be able to get rid of those abrasives much quicker and cut that out.
And one of the real good things about a central cleaning system is that it's designed to clean the entire room, not just your floors or your furniture. You've got a lightweight hose that's easily manipulated that you can clean off the tops of your pictures or your door jambs, your bookshelves, paddle fans, those pesky cobwebs that get in the corner. Again, it's designed to clean the entire room, not just part of it. A couple of other highly important things to mention are that the AirVac system removes microscopic particles like pollen, bacteria, pet dander, and it doesn't breathe them back into the air like an upright vac. And it's quiet to operate because the motor is placed away from the house, typically in the garage.
One of the best things that you'll do, you're making a good investment to your home, that while you'll enjoy using the system, should you ever decide you want to sell this house, you added a great asset to the house, and future potential buyers will look at that as being that's something that they'd like to have, so it may help the resale of your home very quickly.
Good.
And we have a great exclusive no-fault warranty policy with the system also. I know you're going to feel comfortable with having that available to you also.
Actually, the central cleaning itself is really simple in design. With the power unit out in the garage, as you see through here, you simply have the tubing go through your attic, and then you've got drops that we'll put down in your walls. And we'll locate these inlets throughout your home in strategic locations to where you can clean several rooms from each inlet. And we have to go through and figure out where we're going to put those. And that's kind of what we need to do now. And normally we kind of start at the farthest point, so we need to go back to the far corner of your home.
Okay, well, that would be my closet.
Well, good. Let's go look at your closet.
Okay, well, follow me. This is the bedroom, and the closet's right through that door and to the right.
Oh, all right. Well, Art, you want to take that cord and head back in the far corner of that closet? We're just using an extension cord. It's marked off at 27 feet. Where the cleaning hose itself is actually 30 feet, so we're leaving 3 foot of extra just for going around furniture to make sure that we're not trying to stretch that hose. make it easy access for you.
Good.
Art, how are
To
you?
the closet.
All right, Art's back there as far as he can go, and so our cleaning hose is going to be out into this area. We can't quite reach over this far effectively, so we'll need an inlet right in here. Now we have power right here, and so with your motor-driven power head, you'll be able to tap into power, and so our first inlet is going to be right in this area right here.
That'd be good.
So this is where our first one will be. We have power. Let's go see if we can locate the next one.
Okay.
Art, if you'll stand there, we'll see how far this one goes.
Okay.
All right, as we come out in this way, this one inlet can clean this entire area, but about this far is how far your cleaning hose will go.
Okay.
As we do our layout, we found that in the far corner of this one bedroom, this one inlet wouldn't quite reach it. We were just a little bit shy.
Okay.
So we've been looking, is this the wall to the garage?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Well, in that case, we should be able to, is this a closet?
Yes.
Oh, this will work out very nicely. We'll be able to come through the garage and come through the wall into the upper corner of the closet, then mount the pipe on up in the corner of the ceiling and bring it across and come down inside your closet through the wall, and then we'll mount another inlet right here. Okay? Again, you've got power right here beside it, so this will be a real convenient location. Make sure that we've covered your entire room. We're not missing anything. We do have some overlap, but that's we've laid it out to where at least you'll be able to get every corner of your entire house.
Well, that'll be handy.
I'm sure you'll enjoy it. This is just a real straightforward installation. I really don't anticipate any problems.
That's great.
Eileen, I have a good proposal for you here. We've had fun working with you through the house. This will show you exactly what we'll do to make this a great system for you. You'll really enjoy this. What do you think?
It looks wonderful. Much better than I expected it to be.
All right, good. While you're signing that, could you think of a day we can come back next week and start our work for you?
Any day next week would be fine. Just give me a call.
All right, good. We'll do that. Thank you very, very much.
You're welcome, and thank you.
Okay.
Well, here we are at Eileen's house on installation day, getting ready to install her AirVac central cleaning system. Fortunately, Eileen had some pictures of her house while they were under construction. This way we were able to confirm whether she had any wire in the wall or if she had any fire blocks or any other obstructions. Normally, of course, if you don't have pictures like this, you normally would drill a hole in the tap plate, and you would then look down into the wall with a flashlight and confirm that everything's okay. Other obstacles to look for include heating and cooling ducts, plumbing in the kitchen and bath areas. Also, place your inlets on the interior walls because the exterior walls are normally inaccessible. This is a straightforward installation. Even though it's a two-story house, we do have access to the attic and we have access to the second story from two sides. So everything is going to be coming from the attic down, and it's a real straightforward installation, with one exception where we had to come under the second story from the garage through a closet down to an inlet in the bedroom. But we'll cover that in a few minutes. I hear they're getting ready to get started, so let's go take a look. This is where we've decided to locate one of the inlets. We've been able to use the door chime above and the air vent as reference points up in the attic. We were using a rough end that is self-marking. We simply turn it around and it will mark the wall for itself. He's leveling it to make sure that it's even with the 110-volt plug that's beside it. Levels the outlet to make sure that it's square on the wall. There's nothing worse than a crooked picture on the wall. He indents it and marks it, and now we're ready to cut. He's just doing a quick outline on the wall. Now that we've got the hole located and cut, we're ready to go up in the attic, drill a hole, drop the pipe, and hook up the inlet. We're very fortunate here at Eileen's house that we have this doorway coming from the second story right into the attic. We're getting ready, Kenny's back here getting ready to drill a hole for that inlet that we were looking at downstairs. So let's go take a look. All right, as we see, we've located the inlet right here above the hole. Kenny has kind of looked around to see if there's any nail heads to avoid any nails, so we're not messing up our drill bit. Kenny, go ahead and drill a hole. Let's show how it's done. We have found that we don't quite have enough room to drop an entire piece of pipe down in there, so we're going to have to cut it and put it down in sections. We simply slide it down and we cut it, make sure that it's deburred properly. Now, one important thing is once you get your pipe cut, you have to go through and make sure that you don't have any rough edges, or this is referred to as deburring the pipe. Then when you go to put your glue on, in this case we're going to be putting a stop coupling on there. When you put the glue on, you put the glue on the pipe only. You do not put any glue in the fitting. This way you get a good solid bead of glue around the outside of the pipe, but you don't get any on the inside. That's a good fitting. Now he'll simply do the same thing on the other end. Go ahead and insert that down the hole. Now he'll insert another piece of pipe and glue it. And let's go downstairs and watch as the pipe comes down to Matt, and he glues the fitting on the bottom to where we mount for the installation of the inlet. Okay, we've now see that the pipe has come down right where our hole was cut. Kenny taped the wire to the pipe and lowered it, so we brought our low voltage trip circuit along with the pipe down, and now Matt is ready to go ahead and actually install the rough end and the fitting. He's got to shove that back up, and he'll put a little glue on the outside of the pipe, and then he'll fit his 90 onto there. Kenny, you need to pull up on that a little bit.
Hold it a little bit down, Kenny. There you go.
Fortunately, with a 2-inch piece of pipe running from the lower floor to the attic, the pipe itself works as an intercom system.
Kenny, go ahead and push down on it.
Okay. Now we've got the 90-degree glued on the bottom of that pipe. Now he's inserting the rough end frame. This is the same rough end frame that we used to mark it originally. Now what he's doing, this is the low voltage trip circuit, so when she inserts the hose, there's a switch on the end of her hose. When she flips the switch, this is actually what starts the power unit that's out in the garage. This is a low voltage trip circuit. We're using an inlet that has a light emitting diode on it. With the particular system we're putting in this house, the vac system itself, if the light starts blinking, it tells her that the bag is full and she needs to change the bag. So we have a self-alert system on this particular system. When you get your inlet, there are 3 screws with it, 2 long ones and a short one. Obviously the short one goes into the rough end where the pipe exits behind the rough end. That way you're not putting the screw all the way into the pipe. Let me help you there, Matt.
I appreciate it, sir.
Okay. Last minute check for level, tighten it down, and we're good to go. All right, now let's go on upstairs where Kenny has finished putting the vac pipe together and has tapped this inlet into the main trunk system. As you can see, this is where Ken came on up and hooked that drop on into the main trunks line. This is the typical way of how these systems are put in, and once they're finished up, this trunk line runs all the way back to the power unit that's in the garage. We're ready to go down to the power unit and get that mounted and light the system on. Okay, here we are in the garage, and Ken is in the process of mounting the vac tank. He's just using the mounting bracket as part of the template. He's found the center of the stud. He's drilling a couple of pilot holes where he's marked it with the template. Then we simply take and mount the mounting plate itself with two 1/4-inch lag bolts that we have that come with the unit. And in the process of doing that, you make sure it's important that you make sure that mounting bracket is mounted level. If not, the tank will sit at an angle and it tends to vibrate. So make sure that the thing is mounted level, it's secure to the wall, and we're ready to go. Okay. One final tap to make sure that the thing is good and level, and we're ready to go ahead and hang the tank on the wall. Go ahead. The tank simply just sets on top of the mounting bracket. And once we get the tank mounted, well, then we're going to be ready to use this is the inlet for the trunk line where the dirt comes in, and then on the other side is an exhaust where we'll exhaust the excess air to the outside. So we're ready to do that. Matt, go ahead and drop that down. We're putting a dress ring around this where we come down from the main line. Just to make sure that we dress up that hole up there where we don't have an ugly edge around there. We've got a low voltage line. Matt, you got your low voltage? This is our low voltage trip circuit line that will be coming down, and that simply hooks to the bottom of the tank, and that's our trip circuit. Here's where we're using a piece of flex. And with that flex, we're just flexing that straight into the inlet of the main system. And then we use a couple of clamps. That way, if we ever need to do some servicing or anything, we can simply undo the clamps and take the tank off. And we're ready to go. Okay, we just strip off a section off of each end, and then we've got these little spade lugs that we crimp onto each end, each one of the leads that come in, and they just simply plug into the tank, and our trip circuit is then hooked up and ready to go. Okay, we've lowered the exhaust system down. We're coming down, and he's hooking it up. We've taken a hacksaw and split that one piece of that one fitting, and we're just putting a clamp around it so that it will clamp directly onto the exhaust pipe. From there, we're coming up into a muffler just to make sure that the system is nice and quiet for Eileen and her neighbors. And then the exhaust will take it on up, and it'll exhaust the heated air, or the air that comes out of the vac, and exhaust that outside.
That looks great.
All right, well, we've just finished up. We've got a couple little housekeeping items left to finish up on tying down the wire and so on. But this system is installed and it's ready to go.
Good.
Good job, Ken. This is a very typical installation of a retrofit into an existing home installation. You've seen the situations you need to address. Every installation is unique, but with just a little planning and paying attention to what you're doing during your layout, the systems go in just like you've seen right here. This is an industry that can add additional profits to your business. There's a lot of sales potential out there. You certainly should consider getting involved in the retrofit business.